Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whenever you get to see this video, ladies and germs. It's been a few days. We made some interesting news lately. I'll just jump right into it. The Iowa caucus was a shit show. What we had done is that being that last time the the votes were so close. Peanut, can I at least get through the first 5 minutes? Thank you. No. Oh, 1 minute in, and he made his debut. Hello there. I'm gonna make you a show, a channel your own, so that you can be by yourself. Anyway, I'm recording in the living room until I get back into the studio, so that's what I gotta deal with. Anyway, Iowa caucus. What had happened is that being that last time the votes were so close, the Bernie camp made they complained, and so to accommodate the Bernie people, the DNC changed their rules for the whole state. And we have a first choice and a second choice, and then the final choice. So what had happened is that they developed a computer app that you download to your phone to calculate all three numbers. So you could send it via text message or email to the capital, which would be Des Moines for us, for your state capital. Anyway, when they went to download the application to the phone, the application said this may harm your device. Do you wish to continue anyway? You know, you get those warning notes, the warning set messages. Well, of course, the caucus captains don't want their devices messed up, so they did a call in. They were able to do a call in because we're all given paper ballots, and you got to physically write in your first choice and your second choice. And then they took a head count for the final tally. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We're a nation that we want all the results. We want to know exactly what's going on instantaneously. It was not a big deal. They had paper ballots. They just had to count them. So there was no disaster, no miss, whatever. We knew as you left, you gave in your paper ballot, your votes were going to be counted. Regardless what happened, your votes were going to be counted. And again, the Bernie crew still have something to complain about. It's like, dude, we changed it to accommodate you to begin with. And you're still complaining. Now I am quite floored. I'm very, very, very floored. I did not see Pete Buttigieg coming out from the back of the pack. He got 27% of the votes. You know, it was between Bernie. It was between Bernie and Pete, and you'd think others would be there. You'd think Warren would make a bigger impact. What happened to Joe? What's up with him? Anyway, that doesn't matter. They got all these other states to go through now. New Hampshire, you're next on the list. We're going to do this. You know, it's not. The first is your worst, right? Your first is your worst. I can understand the dynamics of a caucus, because the dynamics of a caucus, and if you don't know what that is, that says you have a designated place. There's normally a huge high school gymnasium that could fit a large amount of people, or an arena, or depending on your community size. It depends where you go, but it's normally a large area. And you go in this Of course, you go into your caucus place. Doors open at a certain time and then they close at a certain time. You are shut in and the caucusing begins. You are allowed to leave. You are not held there against your will. However, once you leave the caucusing arena, you are not allowed back in because they don't want to taint the debates that are going on. And there really are debates going on. Okay, so you go in the arena and you have your idea. You have, an agenda. And you find out that you don't have enough votes. Enough votes meaning when I went and I caucused for my candidate, you needed a minimum of 20 people to be on your side. We only had 9 people that agreed with us. So where do we get the 11 from? Well, we can go and we could start picking off the people that are sitting on the fence and maybe they might join our group. Or my group and another group who have maybe 16 people, if we put 9 people and 16 people together, well, now you got 25 people, which is way above the 20 that you need at minimum. What you do is that you get points. Like we have certain delegates that Iowa has 41 delegates that we hand out. Think of them as points. 20 people will get you 2 points. So we'll, like Amy Klobuchar group may combine with Joe Biden's group under his banner. It will go for Joe Biden. Amy won't get a count. However, when the delegates are handed out, Amy walks away with 1 and Joe walks away with 1. So that's what cooperation, sharing, negotiating. Basically, what happens in the caucus happens on the state capitol or in the state capitol. If it was on the Capitol, that'd be weird. But on the Senate floor in Washington, that's how it works. And we actually do it. And it's hard. It's not easy. But democracy is never easy. And even when it don't go right, even when the electronic parts don't go right, we still have that paper ballot. You can't hack a paper ballot. It takes a long time to count them buggers. But we have paper ballots. I believe in that. Also, who was caucusing were the Republicans. So, in most states, most governors canceled the RNC or the RNC for us to be caucusing or primary. And I think that's how can you have an election with only one candidate to vote for? Apologize, that don't happen. So you had 2 people, Weld and Walsh or Welch. Anyway, you had 2 people caucusing against Trump. Of course, Trump got the majority to vote. However, Bill Weld. Well, you may have heard Weld, you may have not. But I would definitely look him up, W-E-L-D. And when people on your own party caucus against you, that's normally not a good sign. That's why a lot of the governors that are taking handouts from Mitch McConnell have canceled their primary, the Republican primaries in the state. If that happens to you or that's happening to you and the primary has not taken place yet, I would make a lot of noise because that's taking your voice away from you. You might want to vote for Weld. I don't know. You might want to vote for Walsh. I don't know. You might want to vote for Trump as a Republican. That's your choice. I'm not here to judge nobody. Even though I have my own opinions, that does not affect you and yours. So, why do I bring up Wells? Because here he is. He's going uphill. He's got the wind in his face. He's getting pushed back from his own party. Everything that can be put in this man's way has been put there. And he still managed to get points from Iowa. Imagine how much better he would have done if the RNC actually opened their doors to him and helped him instead of pushing him aside, trying to knock him down. You know, people I'm reading on Twitter say, oh, Bill Weld only got one. Well, you know what? That's one he got with his own blood, sweat, and tears, without any help from anyone. So I think that's pretty good. Come on, how should I say it? I'm independent, centralist, independent, leaning left. Because I believe that we should help each other out. However, because I'm an independent and I think for myself, I think Bill Weld is a good showing. You know, and I know I don't talk Republicans here. I mean, hell, I've only talked either Democrats, independents, or progressives. So, yeah, this is a first for me because I'm looking at these numbers and I'm like, can you imagine how much better he would have done? I mean, could Bill Weld could he really take out Trump from the inside? With no help. That's the thing people aren't even thinking about. The man is getting zero help. None. He's making his own appointments to go on TV and talk to people and talk on these, CNN. I don't, HLN, Headline News. I'm not sure if he was on MSNBC. I know he was on the mainstream networks. Not sure. Don't follow him. I may tweet a few things about him, but I don't really follow him. So I'm not sure what he's been doing. But what he has been doing made a lot of sense. If you know someone who doesn't want to vote Democrat, who's not Democrat, who says, you know what, there are too many fleas in the circus on the Democrat side for me to decide, you got Weld and Walsh. You know, so that's an option. Final thing I want to talk about, and I want to give this man, I know I'm just a teeny tiny channel. I mean, I don't even have 100 people, I recognize that. But I do want to mention Fred Guttenberg, and I'm not talking about the art museum. Fred Guttenberg lost his daughter in a school shooting, and he went to the State of the Union speech, and he was removed. People shout things, people say things all the time, and nobody removes them. Now, to the best of my knowledge, this is the first time I am aware. I could be wrong. You might want to do your research. This man lost his daughter. No one will talk to him. No one, I mean, you have Kavanaugh literally turning his back on this man. The Republican Party wants to cower to the NRA because all that dark money, because ever since the courts said Citizens United was okay by them, big companies been pouring money into the Republican Party. Why the Republican, not the Democrats? Because I think the Democrats have better moral standings not to take that money. Or if they do, they take very little of it. However, I don't have to, how should I say, if I was paid to give a speech, I'm going to take that money. I'm still going to speak my mind. And I'm not going to change my mind just because, well, you gave me this money, so I'm going to talk nice about you. No. I don't like you, I don't like you. You want to give me money, I'm still not going to like you. The Republican Party can be bought. I mean, we knew that. Uh, Maybe not all of them, but right now there's a large majority of them that can be bought and needs to be put out. Because they took they took the money from the NRA. A lot of people took money from the NRA. And kids are still dying. And that father, I don't think should ever give up. So to Fred Gutenberg, and I pray to God I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, please right now correct me. Well, hats off to you. My heart goes out to you. Stay strong. Keep doing what you're doing. And I know there's nothing I could say or do to make that pain go away. But we're here. And I hear you. To the rest of us, right now there's a vote going on. Did you do everything that you could have to make your voices heard? That the criminal in the White House should be removed? Did you really call in to your senators? Did you really do everything in your power to remove the criminal in the White House? If you did, thank you. Your efforts are not in vain. If you didn't, I apologize that you were not moved. If the criminal in the White House stays in there, it is now completely up to us to remove him. This is our power now. This is our power to take away those that refused to do the job they were hired to do. It is our duty to remove those that betrayed the Constitution, to remove those that betrayed their oath that they were to to practice bipartisanship or whatever the fuck you say. It's our duty to restore America. It's up to us. It's always been up to us. If you don't see someone that you want to vote for, then get up and run for office yourself. If you sit back and say, oh, I could do a better job, show us. Do a better job. Most likely you can. Remove the ones that are derelict of duty. Remove the ones that betrayed their oath. Remove the ones that betrayed the Constitution. It is now up to us. Showtime is over. Practice is over. If they leave this criminal in the house that the people built, it is our duty to remove them and to remove that criminal. I want to thank you for your time. It's been a long week. It's been a long 6 weeks. I want to thank you. And as always, we are going to prepare for the worst because most likely it will happen. We are going to hope for the best, that enough of us will band together to make this correction. And no matter what happens, I guarantee you, we are going to end up somewhere in the middle. You have a great day. I'll see you Sunday. Goodbye.